Hi friends, this is Susie, your Candy Crush guru, here to give you a tutorial on how to create color bombs. I've chosen a nice big board. It's almost got 81 squares. It's almost a 9x9 grid. And I've got 5 colors, which is kind of medium, not as tough as if I had 6 colors on the board, but certainly more difficult than if there were only 4 here. What I'm going to do, just because it's a bit visually distracting, is I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of the stripes that's set up on the board already. And then we're going to take a look at some patterns to see some potential. One of the reasons I get rid of those is because other specials can actually blow up and explode your chance thereby of making the specials that you want. So the first thing I do is I look for setups like this striped candy possibility. Is it possible for me to extend this by 1 to make a color bomb out of it? Well, not really, because I've got a green here. Except I could do this. Before I do this, let me show you some other possibilities on the board. Here's another one where I could make a stripe, so maybe I could get a purple here. Or here's where I could make a stripe, so maybe I could get a green here. And that's a possibility. I could drop this down. It's tougher when it's on the end, though. Another pattern that we could look for is if we had like 2 green here and 2 green here and no green in here. And then we could try to drop a green down, and then it could hit here, here, or here, and it would give us a good chance of getting a color bomb. Here would be directly made, and here or here would be one more step. So this kind of works. I'm going to go for it, but it's a little bit of finagling. On this board, I have 50 moves, so it's not such a big deal. So I'm going to do this and hope things don't go too crazy. Oh, hold on a minute. Now here are some other opportunities that were created. Here's that green that I was talking about. So if I could drop a green through here, that would help, if it gets here, here, or here. And then here's the blue equivalent. But if I do this, it would have to drop into position here or here. It's not as easy. So I'm going to go with the one that is the easiest. And I'm actually going to put a stripe in here, because if I have to take the stripe out, then it can reset this whole line, because there's no green in that line anyway. Although you can see that sometimes it's pretty rough. This is not working out for me. I'm going to, I'm going to do this. Here's that green that I need. It's a little bit too far away, but I do this and I drop it into position. So it was a bit fussy, but we got there. And then I made another one while I was doing that. So that is one way to make things. Now I said I was going to bring this down to put the green in, but as I played around, I lost that opportunity because this would come, first of all, I can't move this over now, and this would come down. Oh, I could actually bring this down with this orange. So if I could get this out of the way, that would work. So let's try it. It took the orange away. Wouldn't you know, it took the orange away. And this would bring it down too far. So sometimes the things that we do have unintended consequences. And of course I'm trying to make a whole bunch of color bombs and show you the potential. Potential is different than actual, and so we are sometimes going to run into little bumps and problems along the way. Now, let's see. Another way to try to make color bombs on a board is to get rid of a color to concentrate things down. I happen to have color bombs. One way to get a color bomb is to set off a color bomb. So if I take out a color, then it's going to reduce the number of colors on the board. I'll still get some red here, and I could choose any color to reduce. I just chose red because I chose red. And then I look around and I see, did it give me that opportunity? Almost. I've got this orange here. I could almost get another orange here, but not quite. Maybe I could get a purple to drop in, but that's a 1 in 5 shot, so that's not likely. Oh, here we go. Look at how this blue has lined up and it's separated. If I do this, I think I get that. And then you always have to look to see, did it set up anything new for you? Yes, it did. Look, now I can move this orange over and I can make a color bomb like this. Okay, so these are the ways that you go about doing it. And now I look and I don't really have a good setup, and there's a lot more red on the board than there used to be just a bit ago, and I can't quite get an orange down here, and there's this color bomb in the way. So let's take out another color and see if that gives us more color bombs. And now my only problem is I only have one of these to remove, so the game is going to end fairly soon here. If I take out purple, this gets gone. If I take out blue, this gets gone. If I take out an orange stripe, this gets gone. Let's try to take out just a regular orange and see if I don't get a cascade so I can keep playing here. Oh well. Alright, so that's how I make color bombs. Now sometimes you don't have a color bomb on the board. In that case, what I do, when I'm using a color bomb and I'm removing a color, what I do is usually go for one of the more prevalent colors and just wipe it out, especially if I'm looking for points, because then that will give me more points. But if I don't have a color bomb and I think, well, if I could just reduce the number of colors on the board manually, if I've got enough turns to consider that, then I go for the least popular color on the board, because it'll take me less moves to get those removed, presumably. And if I could take out the majority of one color, like red, then that would set up the rest of the colors to be more likely to be matched. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, if you came up with ideas I didn't think of for making a color bomb, please list those below. Please ask any questions you have, because I want this to serve for everyone who's really struggling making those color bombs. And as always, thank you so much for watching.